What's good, everybody? It's your boy Desmond back out here in the cave shooting another video, and I'm talking about a firearm that I've been wanting to shoot a video for a while. Had it for a while, shot it, had a lot of work done to it, but had to run some rounds through it, get it where I wanted to get it. Added some things, took some things away, changed some stuff out, but I got it where I wanted it. Runs great. Haven't had any issues to it. Switched some stuff around when I got some new stuff in, but back to my OG gun. You know me, Glock fanboy, open relationship, see other guns. As you saw in my last video, it was the Bull Armory. So my taste goes up and down the spectrum all over the place. I'm all over the goddamn place. But today I want to talk about my Glock 47. Check this bad boy out. Yep, she clean. Firearm is safe and clear. So this is my Glock 47. Had a lot of work done to this gun, aesthetically pretty much. Nothing really done internally. Didn't change any trigger weight, just changed the trigger shoe and added a few things to it to get it where I wanted to. But I'm gonna do a quick overview and then go into more detail, give you a more closer look at this firearm. But if you've been keeping up with Glock, they discontinued a lot of firearms, and the Glock 17 is one of the guns that they discontinued, which is their full-size firearm, the big brother of the Glock 19, and they replaced it with the Glock 47. Now, why they do that? One of the big features of this gun, it has the same recoil spring as the Gen 5 Glock 19. So I have my Gen 5 19 here, safe and clear, and I will be doing a review on this one as well soon, because this is the Gen 5 Koa right here. This is a very hard to find. Luckily, shout out to Legacy Tactical and Arms, I was able to get in on the ground floor of these when they came out and they was dropping to the public. I don't know if you can still get these, but if you do get them, you're gonna pay a price for them. But this is my new EDC, and this has the same recoil spring as this. Now, there's a three-letter agency out there. They wanted something more modular, words, for their duties. And, you know, Glock doesn't have like a FCU that you can swap out or anything like that. So what they did was make the recoil spring the same, and what you can do is swap the slides out. Now, I did do that and test that out to see if it works, and it does work. I put the 47 slide on my 19 and put the 19 slide on my 47. Ran great. And I think I might run that when the weather changes and I want a longer grip and carry something a little larger. I'm going to run that setup, and I'll show you what that looks like. I'm not going to do it on camera because YouTube's funny like that. So I am going to swap them out, show you what it looks like. And it is a good setup for winter carry. Now this, the way I have it set up now, great duty gun. If you want to put the Surefire on there, when I switch it out, I'll have the TRL 7 on here. You can put a TRL 1 on here, but you can set this up any way you want. I have the Ramjet on here, suppressor high sights. Again, I'll go into more detail a little bit. The stippling was done by Red Bear Stippling. Shout out to them. They're on my Instagram. Really great stipple job, undercut, really good job. I really like the way that they did this, and I added this Cairo backstrap. Gives you that good angle that I can just point this thing straight. You know, most Glocks you gotta, you know, do a little extra to get that sight where you want to go. But with this, it really does help out a lot. But again, I'll go into more detail and talk about everything I did to it. But this is my Glock 47. This is a great dual gun, EDC, home defense, duty gun. Run some classes with this. I haven't ran this in a class yet, this particular setup, but it's something I do want to do when I take my winter classes. This is what I'm gonna run. I might even run the Glock 19. I really like this setup. I love this Koa. Is awesome. This is awesome. I went from my Shadow Systems back to this once I was able to get this. Put that Ramjet on here, and it's, man, love it. But let's go into more detail about the Glock 47, and if this is something that should be on your radar. If you already have a 17, you're golden. Not much of a difference with it. Some people say the trigger is a little bit different, the recoil a little bit different, heavier because of that shorter, the way they did the recoil spring. But it's totally, you know, up to you how you shoot, and you may feel a difference. Some people don't feel a difference. But let's go over the top, go in a little more detail about my Glock 47. But you can't tell me that mother chucker ain't clean right there. Stand by. So we are back with the Glock 47, going into a little more detail and up close view of this firearm. Again, firearm is safe and clear. So the Glock 47, again, replacing the Glock 17 as the full size big brother of the Glock 19. Now, this adds a little bit of length with the ramjet on here. It's not quite as long as the Glock 34, which is another one that I believe that they discontinued as well, but it's just almost as long as the Glock 34, but not quite there with the ramjet. I do have a 34. I'll try to get a picture in there later on with comparison of the Glock 34 and the 47 with the ramjet as far as length, but it's still not super long, like where it's obnoxiously too long for anything like that. So but this is a really good setup, again, for duty or anything like that. I said I was going to go over the details, some of the things that I did to the firearm. As you can see, starting at the top, I have my Holosun 407C on here. I have the AmeriGlow suppressor height sights on here as well. The stipple job was done by Red Bear Stippling. I found them on Instagram. Really great guys. They did the Cerakote as well with this gray color. I really like this two-tone. Look at that undercut. They did an outstanding job with this whole setup as far as the frame and everything that they did. So I really like that. I added the extended slide, stop slide release on both sides of the firearm. So that's how it is. That's how it's set up on the Gen 5s right now. I didn't add the extended takedown levers or anything like that. I did change out the trigger shoe. I haven't trained out the trigger press or anything like that, the weight of the trigger. So that's still the same. I just changed out the trigger shoe. So let's check out that trigger. Again, safe and clear. It's nothing special. Again, this is more like a duty gun, so I didn't want to make it super light. So that's their take up, wall, pressure, brake, that reset. It's decent, right? It's good for a duty gun. Good for a duty gun. I added the Surefire X300 on here, turbo. This is an older one that I've had for a while, and I added that on here. Now, if I was to use this for carry, I'll probably put my TRL 7 on here, or maybe the other TRL 1 on here, something like that. But using this for maybe some type of duty, the Surefire will be a great choice if you're using this for duty. I did also add the Cairo Defense backstrap. I really like these backstraps. I also have one on my Glock 19 here, Gen 5. And what this does, it helps give you a better grip angle. You know, Glock, sometimes you have to, do some adjusting to your wrist to get a better grip angle when you're presenting that firearm to get your sights where you need them to be. But this helps give you a little bit of a better angle, and I'm able to present straight out and not having to adjust to anything, my grip and my presentation, with this back strap right here. And it has a little cushion on here that I really appreciate, and it's very comfortable in your hand. You will have to get used to it, especially if you shoot Glocks a lot. You're gonna have to get used to it and work out those bad habits with the once you add this to it. But you do the training and put the time into it, you can really tell the difference with having this on here. So I really do like having this on here. I added a mag well on here. This is a Tyrant Defense mag well, so I always like having a mag well on my firearms, make those reloads a lot smoother and everything like that. So I really like having those mag wells on here. And again, the Radiant Ramjet, I really like the Ramjets. I have at least 4 now. As you can see, I have it on my 19 as well. And like I said before, I can switch these out. Let me show you what that'll look like. Give me 1 second. Stand by. All right, so we're back. So now I have that Koa slide on this 47 frame, pretty much making it a Glock 45. A Glock 45. So as you can see, safe and clear, and it runs just as good. I did a video on my Instagram. I think I posted it on my shorts as well. So as you can see, that's the 19 Gen 5 and the 47 frame on here, and it looks nice and good. And then I put the 47 slide 47 on the 19 frame. So pretty much making a 19L. And I think they got one, what is it, a 49? I think is what they call it now. The Glock 49 is what they call it. So let's look at the length. See if you can tell the difference here. Let's see. As you can see, this is the 19L, I guess, and then the 47. So, yeah, if you want that shorter grip with that longer sight radius, kind of like a Glock 48, that's what it looks like to me. To me, that's the vibes I get from this setup as a Glock 48 when I put it in this configuration. And this runs just as good. It's just the means that you want to use it. What are you going to use it for? You got whatever you want to use it for. You can use it for that situation. But you can swap out the slides. And this is probably what I will run in the winter time. But I would just take this light off and put this light on there and run this as my EDC for in the wintertime when I want that longer grip and more magazines. Excuse me, more ammo in the gun. And it runs great. I love this COA system. This is my first aim point, and I really like this COA setup. So it feels really good. And in the same setup, I have the same back strap on here as well. So presentation, all that good stuff. Same mag wells. Again, I guess I'm going ahead and doing the review now, but it's pretty much set up the same way. Same magazine release. Everything is pretty much set up the exact same. So when if and do switch these out, it's gonna feel the same. All right, it's not gonna be much of a hard switch for me. So let's go back up top, close it out, and give you my final thoughts on the Glock 47. Stand by. And I'm back. Now let's talk about my shooting experience with the Glock 47. So with this setup, I've probably put over 1,000 rounds to this gun, and I haven't had any issues. Ever since adding the ramjet, no issues whatsoever. I ran some hotter ammo through there. I like to do that when adding a compensator. I always run some 124 or something like that through it. It runs self-defense ammo and everything like that, and I haven't had any issues with it over 1,000 rounds. And I really like the setup. I like having that longer grip. You got the longer sight radius and everything like that. It handles like a full-size gun. The ramjet really helps with that recoil mitigation. You start shooting faster. You start get your follow-up shots, getting those tighter groups and everything like that. It really does help out. And you can stretch this thing out, and it's just as accurate. It does aid a little bit. Some people say it does, some people say it doesn't. Having that longer barrel, longer sight radius, all that other stuff, it may not, depends on the shooter and what you're able to do. If you do what you're supposed to do, the gun's going to do what it's supposed to do. So depending on what your level of skills are, you'll be pretty good with the firearm if you do what you're supposed to do. But this is an awesome setup that I think is definitely worth checking out. If you like Glocks and you want a full size Glock, the Glock 17 is definitely the way to go. A lot of people like the Glock 45 setup, and I don't have a Glock 45. I have my Shadow Systems XR 920, which is their Glock 45 clone, and I do use that. That was my go-to for quite some time, and it's still one of my go-to as far as something that I keep very close to me. And I love that. I ran a lot of classes, have probably close to 2,000, 3,000 rounds to that gun, and never had an issue with it. Added the Radiant Ramjet to that as well, and never had any issues with that. And it's a really good gun. Love it. But I like this one. I like this setup. I like the stipple job. I was thinking about getting a stipple job done to my 19, but I just don't want to be without it. I don't want to send my baby off. No. I don't want to send it off. I might, because I can switch out the slide and put it on here and then have that one, but I really like this one a lot. So I might send it off. If I send it off, I can let you guys know and see what it looks like. I don't know what color I want to do. I don't know if I want to keep it black or not, if I want to get it Cerakoted. I don't know. We'll see. But those are my thoughts on the Glock 47. So you guys, let me know what you think. Do you like the Glock 47? You like this setup? Is it too Gucci? Is this a Gucci Glock? Would you consider this Gucci? I don't consider this Gucci. I think it's pretty basic. I've seen some Gucci stuff out there. I got some Gucci stuff, but I think this is pretty basic overall. I didn't do too much to it. I think this is reasonable. You know, it's reasonable, and it's my gun. I can do what the hell I want to do to it. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, share, subscribe. It'd be greatly appreciated. Don't just own a firearm, become more proficient with your firearm. Keep training. Stay safe.